Welcome to Diamond Light Tarot. I'm happy to join this community of spirit communicators, and I've been very surprised by the readings that I've done. I've had two very specific readings. The one for Gemini is about domestic violence and abuse, and the one for Aries is about addictions. So if you know of anyone that is struggling with those issues, you could suggest to them that they could look at those readings also. They're not only for Gemini or Aries, because people all over the world are, affected by those struggles. And so I think maybe these readings turned out this way because Spirit knows that I have an expertise in those areas. I have 22 years of experience in the field of mental health, and so I have, a vast amount of experience, and so perhaps, this is why the readings have turned out this way, is because I'm able to help with those issues. And so also, on my website you can find my services for psychotherapy, and also my tarot services, of course, and also I'm a reconnection practitioner, so you can also order services for energy healing, which is chakra balancing, chakra cleansing. And so specifically the type of psychotherapy that I do, I work with people with depression, anxiety, addictions, such as drugs, alcohol, eating disorders, gambling, sex addiction, love addiction, those types of things. And what else? I'm also offering a contest, since I'm new here. If you would like to subscribe, I will be having a draw May 30th for a free service. You can choose from one of my 3 services, either psychotherapy, energy healing, or the tarot. And so I'll be giving away a free service May 30th for my subscribers. So thank you for joining me once again, and on to the reading. Hi Aries. As we begin with your reading, I'm first going to do a spirit reading for you, which is a direct channeling from Spirit. And as we begin, I'm bringing in the reconnection frequencies. I am a reconnection practitioner, and these are higher dimensional frequencies. And Spirit invites you now to create your own sacred space, if you like. You can light a candle, light some incense. I have some white sage burning here. But that's not necessary. You can just sit and quietly try to connect with your higher beings. You can imagine an ascended master such as Buddha, Jesus, Mary, those are commonly known ones. Archangel Michael, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, and there are many others. Or you could think of an animal being, any higher being. So just connect with those energies. And as we're bringing in the higher frequencies, I'm going to channel the spirit message for you. Aries, at the present moment, you are shifting and changing, cutting away that which no longer serves you, beloved one. This is a time in your life where you are experiencing many endings. Addictions will no longer control your life. You are experiencing a death of a way of being. Something you have held on to for most of your life is changing now. You are letting go of an addictive pattern in your life and freeing yourself from its grip. You are allowing yourself to truly feel your emotions and be real with yourself. For this reason, you will feel emotions intensely. and you may experience this as a hardship in your life at this moment. However, allow yourself to feel the emotions, and this will free your spirit. This will unblock energy that has been lying dormant since your childhood. The energy that you are about to unlock and unblock will astound you. We are with you always, beloved one, and we are by your side in your darkest hour now. And we rejoice as you step into your own light now. Your life awaits you. Open your heart to receive. Thank you, Spirit, for that beautiful message. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see what the Spirit message is through the cards. That was a direct channeling that I just did after I get into the higher frequencies. I'm able to tap into the messages of Spirit. Okay, so let's see. I'm doing the Celtic cross. Here at the center card we have the Queen of Swords. Crossing the Queen of Swords we have the Death card. The basis we have the Seven of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. The Moon. The Star. Very intense cards. Aries. The Four of Swords. And the Six of Swords. Okay. Okay, so big reading, Aries. Okay, it's a very intense time in your life. A lot of things happening. So the Queen of Swords at the center, this symbolizes an experience of both sorrow and wisdom, and especially the connection between them. And at this time you are able to face pain with courage, acceptance, and honesty, and you find wisdom as a result of this deep inner healing. And you use the sword. Let me take this out here. You use the sword of your intellect to free yourself from confusion, doubt, and fear, and you open yourself up to the world at this time. And through the clouds here, you surround, this queen is surrounded she's surrounded by the clouds here, and you see a bird up here. And her head remains above the clouds in the clear air of truth. So this bird that you see here, that's a symbol of purity and wisdom and freedom. So in its character, this can represent someone of either sex, for neither sorrow nor courage are restricted by any gender. So crossing the Queen of Swords, we have the Death card. So this card actually does not actually signify transformation. Rather, it shows us the precise moment at which we give up the old masks and allow transformation to take place. So this is the time when you are giving up the old way of being. Transformation has yet to come, but you're going through the death of a way of being. So not an easy time, but a very, very important time, a very critical time in your life, and a time when you need a lot of strength, need a lot of support around you. Because only good can come from this. At the basis, we have the Seven of Cups. And the cups represent the problem of passivity. This is what this represents. And when physical or emotional action is required, you find that you might be more passive. And all attempts to do anything dissolve into apathy or empty dreams. But this card here is modified by the Queen of Swords here, who's able to cut through some of this dreaminess. So this Queen of Swords is helping to define that emotional energy and give it direction, and this will help you figure things out. And this sword frees you, the sword of the Queen of Cups. This frees you from confusion and doubt, while the Seven of Cups here gives you love to open yourself to change. So in your position of the recent past, we have the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is a gift from the earth. I don't know if that's clear enough here. So the Ace of Pentacles signifies wealth, security, and a joyful life. And so Aries, you may have experienced a recent spiritual awakening. This also is signified by this cup. And this spiritual awakening has brought you to this point of great upheaval in your life, a point where if you allow the changes to take place, a great transformation is coming for you. And so when this happens, you know, when you are able to let go of the old and transform a part of you, the angels come out of the woodwork to support you on this journey if you open yourself to it. And magic is held within this Ace of Pentacles. So in the fifth position here, we have the Four of Pentacles, and this is the possible outcome position. So in this image here, we see the image of a miser and dependence on, this signifies a dependence on emotional comforts and security for the stability symbolized by the number 4. So this could also symbolize hoarding, in my opinion. You know, if we're dealing with addictions here, hoarding is an addiction. And this hoarding of money or material possessions, it becomes a compulsion for many people, and like all addictions, the preoccupation of it, the preoccupation of holding on to things, not letting anything go, this shields you from fully experiencing the reality of your feelings. So that's what's behind the hoarding, is wanting to hold on to the past desperately. And so, you know, hoarding on to things, accumulating things, sort of as a protective shield for you. So in this position of possible outcome, this really could be a return or a continuation of your addictive behavior. If you feel it in your soul that now is the time to get real with yourself and allow yourself to fully feel the full range of your emotions and no longer hide from yourself with your addictions, then this will require you to find the courage within yourself to take the necessary steps to change your reality. Aries, your center card, the Queen of Swords, tells you that you do indeed have the strength now to face the reality of your situation and to forge ahead, and to make the necessary changes that you must make in your life at this time. And so I know a lot about addiction myself, and I know that in order to not fall back into addictive patterns, as the Four of Pentacles indicates that might happen, because it's in your possible outcome section. In order for that not to happen, you must begin to come out of your isolation. And Aries, this means not allowing yourself to it means allowing yourself to reach out to others and allow yourself to receive the support of other people. And for this, I highly recommend joining a 12-step group in your community. And for those of you that don't know, these are weekly meetings where people get together to support one another in overcoming addictive behaviors. And you will quickly develop a social network and see that you're not alone. And you can find these groups online. And but however, you have to guard against 12-step addiction. People do become addicted to the 12-step groups themselves. So most times the 12-step groups, they're really not enough to help you overcome an addiction entirely, because you must also deal with the underlying issues driving the addiction. And so Aries, if you would like professional guidance to deal with the underlying issues, I am now accepting clients. And okay, so moving on, we have the Five of Pentacles in the near future position. So the fives illustrate conflict and loss and of some kind. And for the Five of Pentacles, this means material problems such as poverty or illness. And sometimes this implies long-standing hardship. For you, Aries, I'm getting that it implies the current hardship that you are experiencing as you are experiencing and letting go of an addictive pattern. And it is a difficult experience to go through, but a necessary one that will bring you through to the other side into a total transformation of your life. And also for those not experiencing addiction at this time, but if you are going through a major change in your life, changing your identity, who you've known yourself to be, changing your work, transitioning into a new career, this is the difficult period of transition from one way of being into the next. So allow yourself to go with the flow of where Spirit is guiding you, and know that you will arrive at a better place. So in position 7, here we have the Moon. And this is the position of the Self. And the Moon refers to the excitement of the unconscious. So we begin to experience strange emotions, dreams, fears, and nightmares. In Aries, it might appear that you will not fight this, but you will allow this to happen. So the moon indicates a time when you will give up a certain activity, in this case, the addictive behavior for some of you. And you're exploring further. At this time of great transformation in your life, you're ready for the moon energy to come and transform your innermost self. And it certainly will do that. So your unconscious energy will be transformed into images that will appear in your dreams. So you may get sudden bursts of energy, and this may lead to frightening nightmares and eerie images. And a sudden release of energy has disintegrated the personality in order to create something new, in order for you to be resurrected. If this happens to you, know that these are only your inner fears and deeply held, unresolved issues being flushed out. So allow this to happen, and just know that it's only a healing dream. I have myself experienced this, recently experienced a lot of moon energy, in my own readings. I've been under the influence of the moon, and it is very powerful, and had all kinds of nightmares and that I just couldn't explain, and I just accepted it, and I just knew intuitively that it was a part of my own transition, because life's been pretty crazy lately, so I've just been going with the flow and accepting the dream, accepting it, taking it in, releasing it, and knowing that it's just the transformation happening. It's just parts of myself letting go and burning away. And so that's the best thing to do, is just really allow it to be, accept it, just know that it's just a dream. It's just letting go of what needs to be let go. So in the position of your environment, we have the star. So with the star, this indicates that after the storm, you are finally feeling the peace. So you have been through the emotional, the emotional upheaval, and so now you find a sense of calm and peace. And the star signifies the light coming out of the darkness. Amen. And this happens after you have allowed yourself to be real and fully feel your painful emotions. And you have allowed yourself to walk through the dark night of soul. And you have welcomed the parts of you holding this inner pain, and you have loved this part of yourself. And so it's this love and compassion that now leads you to your inner light of calm and peace. So like a lotus flower growing out of the mud from the depths of the water, you are ready to bloom and transform. And so here in the position of your hopes and fears, in the ninth position, we have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords, this signifies your pain, anger, destruction, and it is these experiences that the sword's image depict. Yet a sword can also symbolize the cutting through illusions and complicated problems. And so we cannot begin our own quest for meaning and value in life until we have learned to recognize and accept the truth, whatever pain it brings. We cannot overcome these things by ignoring them. But we can add to the swords the optimism of the wands, and we can use the pentacles to take ourselves out of our emotions through an involvement with work, with nature, and the outside world. So the 4s relate to stabilization. So the image shows not death, but a withdrawal. And people sometimes respond to difficulties by isolating themselves, literally hiding in their houses or numbing their emotions. So Aries, it is normal that after allowing yourself to work through addiction issues, letting go and changing your way of life, you will want to put down your swords and relax. And which is what's happening here. He's hung up his swords and he's relaxing. And so you've been through the battle, so now you can relax and allow Spirit to bring the healing into your soul. And here in the window, in this image, we see the Christ giving a healing blessing to someone. And however, Aries, in the position of hopes and fears, this card may signify a fear that you will become isolated since you are now changing your way of life. If you are letting go of an addiction, you may have to let go of friends you have shared the addiction with. However, take this opportunity to connect with new people in 12-step groups, for instance, and so find the support. Also, guard against isolating yourself now. Allow yourself to receive the support of others, and because that's going to be very important at this time in your life. So here in the outcome position, we have the 6 of Swords. So the 6 of Swords is a powerful image, suggesting a spiritual journey. He's in a boat here with 2 people, an adult and a child. So this card can indicate mourning, and it depicts a quiet passage through a difficult time. So we see the image of a long sorrow that we have carried with us for so long that it no longer gives us pain, but has become a way of life. So Aries, you are indeed on a spiritual journey at this, and this card shows that you are leaving the battlefield and moving onwards to a different land. You are not defeated, though. You stand proud as you move forward. And looking at this card, you're carrying an adult and a child, as I said, with you, and 6 swords. And the swords are not weighing down the boat. I would say that you are the one rowing, and the others there on the boat are parts of you that you bring with you into the future. And these shrouded parts, these parts of you, are the parts these are the parts that held on to the addictive patterns, the addictive behavior, the child, the adolescent, the adult. And the swords here, I believe, represent the pain that you attempted to run away from with the addiction. And though you may succeed in overcoming the addictive behavior, you still carry the inner pain with you. So it's very important. This is why when we overcome an addiction, we often will begin a new addictive behavior if we have not healed the pain that caused the addiction to begin with. So, for example, the drug addict who quits drugs may turn to alcohol. The alcoholic who quits drinking may become a sex addict. So it's not enough to stop the addiction. That's where the 12-step groups fall short, in my opinion. They are really wonderful at helping someone to let go of an addiction, but they stop there. So they also must incorporate, I believe, within their program, healing of the issues that led to the addiction, so other addictions don't start. So often people will become addicted to this 12-step groups themselves, as I said before, and which means it becomes a compulsion. They must go to all the meetings, and this completely takes control of their lives. And when your life is controlled by anything, you are not free. So if you're going through this major life transition and letting go of destructive patterns and addictions, I can help you find true freedom. Along with the 12-step groups, if you would like my psychotherapy services to fully reach your potential, you may book a Skype session with me. As I said before, at awakenyourlight.ca, and I will be honored to be your guide on your journey. So, of course, it doesn't have to be with me. It could be with any therapist. It doesn't have to be psychotherapy. It can be any form of healing. But just as long as you, are able to heal the underlying issues driving the addiction, that's the important thing. So until we meet next time, Aries, open your heart to receive the abundance of spirit. So thank you so much for joining me here. If you would like a personalized reading, an energy healing session, or psychotherapy session, please go to my website, diamondlightawakening.com. And thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And also remember to subscribe to be entered into the contest to win one of my services for free. That's being drawn May 30th. Thank you. Bye now.